We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Hey, it's Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, bro?
What's good with you, man?
Oh man, sitting up here, bro. This lady had me watch this show. This girl that I work with, she was telling me about this show, Inside Man, and it's got like these two different storylines going on. But of course, you know, things interweave, and you know, there's plot twists and stuff. Ain't trying to give it away for anybody that want to see it, but real dope little show. It's crazy because it's only 4 episodes. It's on Netflix, and
Ted Danson.
huh?
Ted Danson.
No, not Ted Danson.
I thought Inside Man was with Ted Danson on there.
There might be a movie or something, but this is a series, and it's a 4-episode series on Netflix. But nah, Ted Danson ain't in it. It's got oh boy. If you've seen Hunger Games, he was the announcer dude that did all, like he was the one announcing all the games, did all the interviews and stuff. He had the crazy haircuts. You've seen this dude before in several stuff. But,
okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And it's got old boy from what is that show he was in? The big black dude, he was a gangster. It's on Stars. It's Hightown, something Hightown. Yeah, but anyway, it's a show on Stars. He was a thug on there. So it's just, you know, he's definitely typecasted. But he's really funny in this show though. Like he's really good in this show. I was thoroughly surprised because he plays kind of menacing in the other show. But he was really funny because they're like two dudes on death row, and for some reason people bring cases to them to solve. And so because the guy who is also the bald dude, like I was telling you, is on death row, he's like really super smart and he's able to figure out stuff, but he has like this weird criteria that you have to follow in order for him to help you with your case. So it was real dope show. 4 episodes, finished it in one day. It was super dope.
So oddly enough, I have seen this before. When I saw that it was with what's my guy, Stan Tucci?
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah. Once I saw that, I said, yeah. I've seen it before.
Yeah, dope show. Had a good time.
Yeah. I don't know why I never told you about that. But I've seen it though. Yeah. Pretty fresh. I think it may be because I've seen. I didn't know there was only 4 episodes, and I think I haven't finished it to tell you what happens in the end. That's probably why. Yeah.
The end to trip you out. The last episode got crazy because you know obviously they got to tie up loose ends, and when I tell you that them some ends that got tied up, it just got crazier and crazier. But real dope. I love how whoever the writer did an amazing job. I love stuff that goes full circle. So yeah, it was real dope. But
yeah.
But look, man, let's get this music popping. I'm sure we got some things to get into.
Let's do it.
Ooh, I almost hit the wrong button.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast. all time.
Hey, listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. We are live on both platforms at the same time. Click on the notification, click on the bell, get the heads up whenever your boys is doing their thing. Hey, it's Kennedy.
So, bro, I saw that it looks like Lil Durk has got denied bail in the case. You heard anything about that?
I saw that he got denied bail in the case. And here's what's crazy to me, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. And he is being charged for double tapping for hire. And I just don't think that that's something that they're going to just let him out like that on bail for, to be honest with you. So that's not surprising considering, Thug didn't get out for bail for his RICO charging.
I literally was about to ask you, do you think it had a slight bit to do with the fact that he, is out?
So I think that, I don't know, man. I think that, to be honest, you'd like to think that one case doesn't have anything to do with the other since they are two different kinds of charges.
Yeah, but let's be
but,
honest, though, man. You talking about two high pirate cases. They didn't let one rapper off. So I don't know. But yeah, that was just interesting to me. That also scares me because it's like, if you're not getting bail, what do they got? Like,
well, so listen, so supposedly, right? And I don't know how much we got into this one previously when he was first charged, but they're talking like they got some of his people wearing wires out there, though, man. Like, I think that the way that they basically are setting this all up, man, is they got some pretty heavy stuff on him, though, bro. So, like I said, heavy enough to arrest him. So, Yeah.
The latest in the Diddy news. So apparently, Diddy's team is saying that his cell was raided and that they found a whole bunch of stuff that he, like notes and stuff of like witnesses, addresses and stuff like that. Again, this is all alleged. I don't know what was actually found, but allegedly they're saying that it was a bunch of privileged information, basically, that should have been just for Diddy and his team because he was writing out stuff to ask them once he met up with them. But they're saying that, when his cell was raided, they took that stuff or took pictures of it or whatever the case may be. And so now they have privileged information. And that team is saying, well, like, look, everything that we're not supposed to have will be redacted, but everything else that we found, because it's saying some stuff like it had witnesses' addresses and stuff, almost like he was planning to tamper with the witnesses or whatever the case may be. But they spoke to an inmate that was, I guess, roommates or somebody that knew people that was close to Diddy, and they said they was in there doing favors with the boy Diddy, and they're making his bed and doing special favors for him and everything. So it's like people is really trying to get close to that boy Diddy while he in there.
Do you think that they're doing that because they're thinking he may get out and that there would still be in his good graces, provided that he gets out?
Either that or maybe, just maybe if he doesn't, I don't know. Maybe he can put some on their books. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's just a celebrity, right? It's kind of what we talked about before he got arrested, where it's like the video of Cassie had already been released. Like, all this information had been out, and you still seen Diddy walking around, people still asking for selfies. It's just one of those things. Like, I mean, let's take it a step further, right? You think about 47, 45, you know what I'm saying? It's like people believe what they want to believe when it comes to him, no matter what you tell them. So it's just one of those things. People are just going to believe what they want to believe. So with that being said, you might not, you have a vision of what you think that person is like in your brain, and that's just what it is, and can't nobody tell you otherwise. And so that's still Diddy at the end of the day.
Yeah. I get it, man. I totally get it. I think that what's interesting is I saw that Ray J was recently on Andy Cuomo's show, right?
He was reading my mind over here because I was going there next, but keep going.
No. Jump in there. Jump in
No,
there.
no,
Then.
no,
Let's
no.
get. I pull that. You got the segue now. Let me slide you in there. Take
No,
the segue.
I was
I'm gonna
just
give
gonna
you the segue.
I was just gonna say Diddy's kids is out here taking names, bro, because they pulling up on everybody. They writing down everybody that's got something slick to say about their dad. You know what I'm saying? Ray J being one of them, and of course we talked about it earlier where that boy, they pulled up on Ray J, and Chris Brown had to break up the fight. But yes, Ray J has been on podcasts here recently, still talking about stuff. I don't know the details of the conversation, but I know he been still out here talking slick. He has something to say about Pastor Jamal Bryant. He still has some stuff to say about Diddy. Like, yeah, Ray J is. Wait. He said something like, he has people have been calling him that have been to the Diddy parties, and so he has the names or he knows people that have been there. And it's like, bro, you do know that you're volunteering yourself to be a part of the case now.
Right. Well, so here's what's funny to me. There's two folds. The thing that you find out on TikTok, right? Because they was talking about low key that Ray J and a few other people are also like facing some kind of similar like little RICO charges or whatever though, man. Out in LA, and some of the names that have been tossed around for that are one thing, right? So it's kind of weird to me that Ray J, even if let's say an ounce of that is true, the fact that you would come on out and you would have some names or whatever, just it shows to me that it would almost make it seem like you would be willing to participate in some other trial or whatever to save yourself for one. But the other part about it too that I just part of it does what makes me not take Ray J as serious about that is that he does have a broadcasting channel or something that he's looking to do with Ray Khan. And so it's like, all right, well, this is still publicity to his thing, right? Anything to me, I think that Ray J, you think about it, Ray J has been in the public eye without it necessarily being about music, and he's good at it. So I think that he knows a way to always stay relevant. And part of it is just as long as you can say something and put it out there, people gonna listen to it, people gonna bite. Some might, some not. So it doesn't. Do I think Ray J's been to a Diddy party? Yes, right. Do I think that Ray J can recall who he recalls seeing at a Diddy party? Yes, but
But
there are several other people who can say the same thing, right?
right, but has he been to a Diddy party or the Diddy after party? Because I will never call it the
So
public.
he said that he's never seen the Diddy after party. And additionally, he said that there are several other celebrities who have been there who don't know anything about it, has never seen it. And there have been several people who have came out about and said that. You know, there are people like Sean Wayans and some other people say, I've been to a Diddy party. And listen, let's try not to make it seem like people don't know that going to the Diddy party was like the equivalent of going to a Met Gala party. It was like at one point it was the place to be. Like you arrived if you were at a Diddy party and you saw the other people that were there. So I don't think that there's anything like when people say, "Oh, you went to a Diddy party." Everybody in the industry went to a Diddy party because that was the goal, was to be big enough to go to a Diddy party, though, bro. So,
Right.
uh,
You just should be concerned about the after parties. And
right.
then so TMZ had a young lady. She was a up and coming singer or something. I don't remember what the lady's name was, but she was on there saying that she was there at the after parties, and she was saying that she saw activities going on with young people. So she was saying that on the TMZ joint.
See, what I don't like is if you want to go in there and say you saw it, then say names. Say the names of the people, right? Like if you said that you were there. So if you were there,
They
right?
didn't ask her
That
about
means that,
I don't think they asked her about the celebrities. They were more concerned because what she said was there there were little people there. And so they said, listen, can we
wait a
clarify?
minute, little people.
That's what that exactly. So just how you just reacted was how what's her boy, the lawyer dude, Harvey. That's how Harvey responded. He said,
Yeah.
what do you mean little people? And so she was like, I'm not trying to say what I want to say. He was like, no. Were these little people or were they underage? And so she was like, people can get to where they want to get to. He said, no. Were they little people, as in like little people, or were they underage? And she was like, nah, they look hella young.
Okay. So then that, yeah. This is my thing though. So you were there at one of the after parties, right? It who else could corroborate your story then? Because you there, you're telling a live. This is I was there. I was on the scene. I was reporting live for Channel 5 News.
Yeah.
Well, give me more details then, bro. Don't just say yeah you were there and they were real. I need to know what you saw. Like,
Right.
I don't like when people. I don't like when people stick their toe in the water and try to say that they're trying to help. Like go all in, go under deep. Tell me everything though, man. Tell me who you saw that was there. If you saw some people that was there for the after party, who? Like who? Specifically. Like that. So that's the part. Maybe that's the part for me that I'm waiting to see, right? Like I have no problem at all if certain people names are protected for different reasons. Not even that. I'll take that back. If you don't want, if certain people, if you say no, this person was at the party but not the after party, that's fine. But for all these people that apparently are at these after parties, right? I need to know names. I have no problem at all with waiting to see the list.
Right. But I think that's the thing though, right? Anybody who was actually at because she obviously don't have anything to lose because nobody knew who she was before or after that particular interview. But anybody of notoriety that has been there, they're not trying to say anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've heard people say that people need to go ahead and get out in front of it and be like, yeah, I was there. This is what but some people still want the privacy of what they were doing.
Yeah. Because if you don't have to come up, if you don't have to say nothing and your name isn't mentioned, you don't just go and put yourself out there.
100%. Because
you don't go turn yourself into the law. If the law
no. Because the thing is you don't know what's on them tapes. You know what I'm saying? They say, and then the thing is that they may not even have gone through all the tapes yet. There were so many different devices, so many different this and so many different that. And then some of this stuff they can't even get into because it's so old. So, like you said, until your name has been dropped, you still have the right to be innocent until proven guilty as well. So
I am dying to see the public reaction when the first name is named.
right.
Yeah, that's because you know this is the thing. Like I think that everybody keeps implying that Justin Bieber is on these tapes, though, bro.
That
And yes, and this is my thing. Part of me wishes that they never have to face that, right?
right.
Like I say that because they were. If this happened when they were so young, I wish that they never have to face it. But I am curious to see for the adults, right? The people who were who made the decision to go on their own without being coerced, without whatever, right? Knowing that for years there was the Diddy party and the after party, and you chose to go to the after party. I want to know who. I do want to know.
To an extent. Here's the thing. This is why I say that. If you are an adult, right? I'm take the minor stuff out. I ain't talking about the minor stuff. I'm just talking about hear me out. Any adult that attended the after party that willingly participated in in what they believe was consensual sex with those particular people that were there, I don't think that they should be held to the same standard as somebody that was knowingly, because what I'm saying is this: if you're going to a party, you're assuming with the money that Diddy has, that he has the resources to hire people that are willing to participate in those events, meaning that not coerced sex workers that were held against their will and da. I'm strictly talking about
He got money for hoes. You think hoes is gonna be there, so you gonna go to his after party and get up on some hoes.
Exactly. For them people, I don't think that they should be outed like that because, again, consensual adults participating in consensual activities in their own confines of whatever they blah 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 blah. But the people that knowingly knew that there was minors there and participated in that stuff, that's a whole different ball game.
So do you want to know who those people were?
Not necessarily, because I mean, here's my thing, bro. we all know with certain celebrities come certain statuses, which is why you just recently said that it was a thing to try to get to a Diddy party. Like it was the spot and place to be. So again, if you went under the assumption that we about to get on these hoes, no, that's not nobody's business. That's part of the celebrity. That was a part of the stuff, right? Go ahead. I'm listening. That's my
This is the thing I think. I get that. I get that. But I think the part that people that the part that I think is going to be the tricky part, right, is that when you start bringing into the gay aspect of it, right, because you got all the Diddy memes, right, and you got all these things that he slept with other men, right. So I don't think that it's an issue for the women, right. I don't think that it's an issue like I think for the women. I think it's the issue for the men. I think that I think it's going to be so much of a damning thing for the men that you can go, you can say, hey, I went for the hoes. What else you stayed there for?
But that's the thing though. Again, even outside of that, right? If there were men participating with other consensual men, it still technically ain't my business. Now,
it is your business. No.
No. So for me, so what I'm saying is for me, I don't need to know that. Like my thing is that if you went there and that's what you do behind your closed doors, I don't. That's not for me. That ain't for me. If anybody else wants to know that, like the public is just curious, they need to know, like, oh,
So
this person.
let's say you are the public, the curious public,
right?
The person who follows the tea, right? My thing is that something like what? How much of a difference would it matter? That's
okay. This is why I feel this way, right? Because even like when the Dwight Howard stuff dropped, it didn't change nothing for me, bro. Like it didn't for me. So I know it probably did for you, but I'm saying
he still got girls though, bro. He's still getting the same. Listen, his pool of women or guys has not changed, bro.
But what I'm saying is this, right? In 2024, I just don't like. I get it. Back then, it might have been a thing, but what I'm saying is the stigma of being in the industry and all the things that come with it. That stuff has been in the air for years, bro.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's different for the rappers, bro. And listen, I might let y'all R&B boys. Y'all R&B boys might be able to get away with it.
Because August Alsina out here living his best life, and I mean,
he's never. I'm not gonna say he's never recovered. I mean, like he ain't really been like big back there.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like after the whole Will and Jada thing, bro, it was almost like he was blackballed, bro. And so the only thing he could do was turn gay. And I'm not saying that in any demeaning way whatsoever. I'm just saying for him, he dropped an album and it just went quiet.
Well, let me ask you, did you check the album out?
I did, but I'm saying I did, but I don't know that the masses went and listened to the album. They listened to the song, but I'm saying I don't know what the numbers did for that because he had a specific song that was dedicated to that particular incident. And then like for me being curious, I wanted to see what the rest of the album was hitting for because I actually watched the documentary and was curious about where, because he explained why he had such a hiatus. And that was just a small microcosm of everything that happened to him while he was absent, right? So I listened to the album from that aspect. Plus, at that time, there was really nothing else popping R&B wise. So I checked it out. But I'm saying there was no talk of the album going number one. There was no, it just went silent.
I think that, this is what I think. I think that the issue with that person was that he made a song about it. I think he would have been better off and better served not making a song about it. He could have just very well. Yeah, he could have talked about it and just told that would be his truth, right? And I think that he can put out the album, and the album, if he leaves that off, then it feels to me less like he's trying to monetize off the situation, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, he released a whole documentary. So I think, like you said, if for some reason that was just a part of the documentary because it was just, this is why I was gone, da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
I feel you.
But like you said, the fact that there was an actual song, it felt like everything else was just a lead up to that particular moment. And that was it, because I mean that was a single at a point, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And then you got to realize then Will and Jada had to turn around to do a red table talk about it. Like it was a whole, like, it was about the situation and not the music itself. I even think that was a topic on Breakfast Club. Like the rest of the music wasn't even like banging.
Right. See, that's my thing. It's like you led with this very detailed song about this situation here, and never. And it's like I said, you would have been. I think that they would have looked at the other music differently if that song wasn't that song. If that song wasn't on there, and you say, "Ah, it's just no bangers on there," then that's one thing, though, right? But when you set the expectation, then yeah, nah. But listen, I think that it is interesting though, bro, that uh, it's a, I'm not gonna lie to you, though, bro. I do have a curiosity to know who is gonna be on there. And like I said, if you're a rapper that's on there, like it's what because see, this is my thing. I don't think that they've ever let Meek Mills ever live after this whole and there's nothing that's ever been proven about that and all, and they never let him live. But I think that it's a whole nother thing. If anything had found out that that was true, right, or any truth in that, if it was, well, maybe not that, but something else, I just think that it's hard. It's like I said, I think that it's nearly impossible for a straight rapper to be caught up in that kind of mix and then come back and feel like you're gonna get the support of everybody else. I just don't think that it works like that, though, bro. I don't.
I don't know, bro. I mean, it depends on like it like I said, it all boils back to what we talked about earlier. It really depends on what the perception is that people have in their heads about you. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about 4745, we talked about Diddy. I mean, shoot, we look at Hulk Hogan. Like there are so many people of our heroes that have done some frivolous stuff and people still hold them in high regard because, you know, I guess their celebrity is bigger than their downfalls. So, and that's the thing.
That's a good point.
And the other thing too, bro, to be honest, is just like I said, while the stuff that they did was in the past and it would have been more damning then, it's not gonna like I get there are some people like yourself who are gonna feel a certain way, but at the same time, people it's 2024, people doing everything, bro.
Not for rappers.
I get
not
it.
For the rappers.
I ain't a rapper, so I'm not claiming to be one, and that's the way I get it. Hey, speaking of rappers, bro, what is going on with 50 Cent and Busta, bro?
Okay, so I think that part of it is the fact that they were touring together. So I think that it's a long running joke that I can't quite tell if it's serious or not. So right now I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but I knew that they toured together and it was a matter of them kind of going back and forth to sell the tour about whose performance is better and who's going to do this, that, and the other. But 50, 50, he goes on the deep end with that. And so I don't know, man. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's something or nothing.
It's funny you say tours with them because your boy opened up for them in Oklahoma City.
Yes, yeah, both of them separately, right?
No, they were on tour together. They were on tour together.
Yeah.
Buster was before 50. 50 pointed me out because I was filming him on my big VHS camera recorder, but the big one, and he was pointing me out like
That's corny. That's whack.
He was still wearing the bulletproof vest on the stage and stuff. He was still.
He was the hottest at the time.
Yeah, he was the headliner. That's what I'm saying. You would have thought Buster would have been the headliner. Now Buster went before 50. 50 came out last. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that it is funny though, man. But listen, bro, I think that everybody always thinks about obviously the two things that people talk about Buster is how fast he lost all that weight. Because I'm talking about Buster went and looked like he was damn near 300 pounds. And went from 300 pounds to where he looked like he probably down to about 175. He looks like if you didn't know what the old Buster from the got you all in check, leaders of the new school, that, but if you didn't know that that's what he looked like, you would assume that this is just a whole new person, but he looks like that Buster though, bro.
Yeah, but what
And
50 posted though was that Beijing spray paint hair. He said, "Bro, where is Spliff when you need him? Like, why is he letting you go out like this? Like, it did not look great. It didn't look
listen,
great.
hey, Skip, the way, listen, okay, I've seen over the last 4 years the prices of haircuts go astronomical. We used to get some great grade A haircuts. $10 was high end haircuts, though, boy.
With
Back in the
massages
day.
included. And
Oh my God. Grade A haircuts at Chums, though. And what's crazy about that, though, man, is that when I'm seeing like all these prices down there, chop went up, and I get that. Hey, the prices of things have gone on up, so I can still say you bump it up incrementally and everything like that. But Doc, I think that these enhancements and this Beijing is what's caused what's the addition of the Beijing in their repertoire is what's causing these prices to go up. And some of these barbers just get hella heavy-handed with the Beijing though, bro. Where it's like it's not even like an enhancement. Buster stuff didn't even look real, bro. It looked like some Concord Jordans, bro.
it looked like some tar was on his head, bro.
And my thing is this, right? Where is Spliff to tell him no? Because he has a point. Not just Spliff, it ain't Spliff. You know, where is Rod Digger? Somebody need to tell him, bro, your hairline, your hair is shining out here, bro. Like it don't look real, bro. It looks like it can just pull off. Take it right off. And this is coming from two bald guys. So I don't want to seem like, I don't know. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah, 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 yeah. We
Maybe,
too
maybe,
bald.
maybe if I had hair, I'd be shining with the Beijing leather hat looking, but I don't
See,
know, bro.
now that's the problem though, right? Because we know now that there's hair replacement therapy where you can get we know about all of that. But as two bald guys, we let it go when it was time to let it go, except for y'all let me hold on to it longer because you didn't tell me what was going on at the top of my head. Y'all just as wrong as Spliff. So that's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm short. So y'all taller than me and can see the top of my head and didn't tell me what was going on top of there. That's what's jacked
No,
up.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no,
I
no. That's
didn't
not
find
true.
out. I did not find out until what was going on, until the picture of me and Samaya when I just gave her flowers from her dance recital, and I was bent down like this and saw the top of my head blowed out. And ain't now none of y'all tell me about it. None of y'all told me about it, bro. That's jacked up. My whole bro, I had a moon roof up there because y'all didn't want to tell your boy that it was time to let it go. That's jacked up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. To excuse myself from that, I am long distance, right? So I didn't see you on the regular to let you know that all right, it's time is coming, right? And so the other part to that is that even on that picture, you had enough to hold down the edge of you was just going darker than what you thought.
Bro, I don't know. I think I had to let it go after that picture though, bro, because what I'm saying is, dog, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't even find the pic. I was gonna pull the picture up. Hold on, it's okay. Now we moving. But yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I was totally disappointed. I'm talking about. I just felt abused by my tribe because y'all boys had me out here looking wild out here. The way
I'm
my
not gonna lie, bro. So look, so I knew that it was time for mine. I wound up good. I was going with a little even Steven, right? And then you said, I would keep it dark. So I had like where it's like you could tell I used to have waves,
yeah.
but it wasn't quite hidden like that or whatever though, man. But it was still brushable, right? So I had like that. I give you a cool little even Steven though, bro. And I get done, I'm lining it on up and everything, right? And I'm lining it on up, head on, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, cool. But I sometimes your line up one side when you starting to receive, one side might go a little faster than the other one or whatever. One of your corners ain't quite hitting like that. So you try to balance it out a little bit, man. So I'm sitting here lining my stuff up. And I was like, oh snap, let me look in the mirror on the reverse side to make sure that I'm good. Dog, I'm looking up here and my whole front, everything I just spent all the time out of, all that front, just thinned out, bro. Just completely thinned out. I said, oh no. And then what's crazy about it is I ended up doing it. After I did it, I wound up cutting all the sides, cut it real low. So it was like a buzz. You can still see a little line up there though, bro. And then probably like the next, like a couple of days after that, I'm in the car, still fresh off my lineup though, right? And I'm sitting there talking. I got Damien and Neat in the car and everything like that. And I think somebody was in the back seat, and I'm talking to them through the rearview mirror. And I'm looking at my old joint though, and it just the new growth was just had myself. And I'm thinking like, bro, y'all ain't gonna tell me, y'all ain't telling me myself was gone like that. And I feel so hurt, bro. I feel crushed.
Okay. Now y'all boys ain't no good, bro. I had a whole moon roof up there. You can
Zoom
see
in on this.
Look,
Zoom in on this.
trying to see if I can. It wouldn't.
Zoom in on this work.
Oh my god, it ain't letting me.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hold on.
Now your corner's gone. Your back is blown out.
I'm gonna download. Let me download the picture and then I can blow it up that way. But yeah.
Oh my god, that's nasty work, bro.
Yeah, y'all boys had your boy out here looking bad, bro. Just desecrated.
Damn.
Had your boy out here looking real bad, bro. I'm talking. Hold on. I'm about to.
Damn.
I can zoom in so we can see how bad that.
That is some nasty work, bro.
Yeah, I was mortified. But so even then though, I just started doing a low Caesar for a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And then me and Sarah was out for date night, and I saw this dude who was bald head, and I was like, I think it's about that time, bro. And so I just
that was your sign, huh?
That was it, man. I went home and cut it off, and that was all she wrote, bro. I was in the game, bro. I felt relieved because it's one of those things like people don't let it go just because of the fact you don't know the shape of your head. How is that junk gonna look? Like it's a lot that goes into it. So now I can't even find the picture.
Yeah, I think that's always a funny thing for me is that I think that when I wound up cutting mine down, and I used to have, I remember a point though, man, like even like it wasn't in high school, but like maybe in middle school, I used to cut it so low that I knew that it didn't, that I always do my head shape, right? But I think that I just also, it had been so long. But like you said, I had been cutting it. I was cutting mine to where it was still not with the edges, right? It was with the clipping on the lowest it can go. And I'm cutting it down as low as it can go. And at some point, though, man, it's like even that, when you go with that, it's still taking you to maintain that is about the same as cutting it all the way off, though, bro. So I was just like,
right. And the other thing, not only that, but you also like you got to cut it down more often. That's the other thing too.
Yes.
Because used to go every get a haircut every week. But
2 weeks.
But now when your stuff get that like that, you got to do it like every 3 days or so.
Yeah, it's like bro. Let me tell you that now. What's funny about that? I'm sure that maybe either I notice it more or my hair just grows back faster now than I ever remember doing when I actually had the head full of hair. Because I'm talking about, bro, like nowadays, I could shave my head down in the morning, and by 5 o'clock, that stubble is already back, and woo, that is some work. So let's examine this right quick, though, bro. So your corners is all blown out. They already looking like a C-note.
Yeah.
Your back, your top, see, that roof is gone.
Look, because it's like an hourglass.
Man, it's already an hourglass, bro.
It's an hourglass. It's a whole moon roof up here because it's dark over here, and it's just light. Right? Like you said, even all up in here, all up in. So when I bent down and saw this, bro, I was so disappointed with all of y'all, bro. I was so mad.
So you
And I was
on your way to the Uncle Field and nobody told you.
nobody told me, bro. This nasty work. Just
Listen, if you had the sides a
yeah.
little lower.
That's what I'm saying. That so from here, I didn't go bald straight. This just told me, okay, I got to go with the even Steven, the all the way low Caesar, just so that you can see the hairline, right? And so, yeah, I had to that's when the transition had to happen, though, bro.
So you got Doc Rivers at the top, LeBron James on the side.
Right, because that's all right. All of this is LeBron James right here. This is
Actually, that now think about it. Actually, you got a whole LeBron James going right now.
that's LeBron right there, and Chris Paul, because you know Chris Paul's starting to get that going too. Like all of them.
Hey, and you know what I think is hilarious though, bro, is that I'm saying your fit is so period specific, bro. Like I'm talking about it's I understood everything you was doing in this picture, bro.
And
I
you know,
understood everything.
I probably had the polo boots on too. The
Yes,
zip
I understand everything that was going on in that picture though, but that you had to been. So I'm assuming that you were about 30 on here.
maybe that's a good. I don't know because I don't know how old Samaya is in the picture. You got to think Samaya's
Somebody like she
21
about
now.
5.
Let me see. She's probably
That's all
Charlie's
it's
age.
got.
She's probably 8.
Really?
Now that I look at it,
I think that I probably went ahead and started taking mine all the way down, bro, when Landon was probably because Landon doesn't even remember ever seeing me with hair.
right?
So
Because that's like Charlie. Charlie sees me with hair.
yeah,
Well, it's funny because even Deuce and them be like, yeah, you look weird with hair now. Like that's how long it's been since I cut it. You know what I'm saying? Since I cut it off.
but we talk about this now. I want to know if it changed. Would you if you can grow it all back? Let's say you can have check this out though. If you can have your hair from 98 back,
Nah, bro,
would you take it back?
I'm cool, man. Like because what I'm saying is, like I said, there's all type of restoration processes available now, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I like the bald head, to be honest. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
At
I
least
said,
you wake up every day knowing what you're gonna look like.
yeah. Like only thing I mess with now is my beard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll either switch from the goatee to the beard or back to the goatee. So I mean, it's pretty standard. So I
haven't had a goatee. I haven't had a goatee in maybe 15 years, bro.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been so long since I just brought the goatee. It's just straight beard for probably 15 years, though, bro. And it's just because I couldn't grow one beforehand, though, man. So yeah, only thing I could do is a goatee, though, man. But yeah. No, that was nasty work, bro.
Yeah, y'all had your boy out here looking
Oh,
wrong, bro.
I think I got some pictures of me holding Landon when he was a baby, and I know that that's when the clock was starting on it. When I look at it, and it wasn't too much longer after that I went ahead and said yeah. But probably by the time Landon was 2, easily I had already started cutting that thing all the way off, though, man. Maybe 3.
Yeah. So would you get yours back?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think I probably would if I could. Yeah, there was, the reason why. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I would. The reason why I would is because, for one, I've never been able to have a full beard and a haircut at the same time. So that's one. And you know what I would actually go through and do?
What's that?
Because mine went. I went all my 20s, right? And all my 20s, it was waved up, temp fade, right? By the time everybody started getting all these other kind of cuts, the mohawks, the fro hawk, like I missed all of them. I'd want to go back and get all the haircuts that I missed, though, bro. I would go ahead and get. Yeah, I would probably grow it out. I'd go fro out. I'd get the sponge. I'd just go through and do all the haircuts. So yeah, if I probably could, if I ever tell you that I'm going to Turkey, just know in 6 months I'm back with the waves, though, bro. You're gonna know what time it is.
Yeah, that boy. See, that's why you out here living vicariously through Landon with your stuff.
I still got Landon's his locks. I might just grow my back out and put his locks in the back of mine though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
this is when I cut it. This was it right there. That's the first.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yep, that's when I cut it right there. I thought I was fresh too. Could nobody tell me
Right.
nothing.
Smooth face, looking like Gary Coleman face out here.
What else,
My
bro? What else
God.
we got? The Cavs, bro.
We can't.
They still go ahead. No, go. You go
No,
ahead.
no, no, no. Before we get in the
Yeah.
Cavs, we gotta talk about it. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. What's up? What we doing about it?
Man, I wasn't even trying to break. Here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have this hate for Jake Paul that everybody else does, right? I like Jake Paul because that man used what he had, what he built from a camera his dad gave him to record football games, and turned it into an event that everybody was trying to tune into. You can say it was staged, you can say it was rigged, you can say all the things that we've heard a million times before and you can take Jake Paul out of it, right? Boxing has been in that category for a while to where people think it's fixed, it's rigged, whatever. So the fact that he was still able to put on an event that the world was trying to tune into, salute. The other thing is, I don't know the contract details as far as like if Mike could throw a punch, if he could do this, if he could uppercut. I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't know it. So just based upon the rules that were presented for Netflix, if that was the case, Mike looked bad. The boy legs was wobbly. You know what I'm saying? And Roy Jones was not letting it go because he kept talking about Mike's legs the whole time. I don't like his legs. I don't like them. Nah. I don't like
Yeah, some people hate Roy Jones. Some people hate Roy Jones on the mic, bro. Some people absolutely hate Roy Jones on the mic. I heard more complaints about Roy Jones than Mike Tyson, bro.
Listen, only thing I disagree with Roy Jones about was that girl headbutting that other girl because he kept saying it wasn't intentional, and I'm like, no, bro, she's leading with her head, like that's what she's doing. She's going straight in with her head. So that unintentional stuff that he kept saying, like if it happened once or twice unintentional, okay. But most times she was leading with her head, right? And so that's the only thing I had an issue with Roy Jones about. Why they had Rosie Perez on the mic, it did bother me, but she wasn't really saying nothing.
Yeah.
And then what's his name?
I like Rosie Perez though.
I do too. That's why I said I didn't mind it. She could have just stood
Yeah.
And
like
then Marcelo, he he's an old WWE guy. All he wanted to do was do puns all night and metaphors and similes. That's all he wanted to do the whole night. But I'm just saying, yes, the fight was terrible. You know what I'm saying? But I respect Jake Paul for not knocking Mike out. I didn't want to see Mike get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he had won. And so at that point, it's like, I don't need to knock Mike out. Because if you watch the documentary, because people really is like, oh, he out here disrespecting Mike. He's out here saying this. He's saying, no, Jake is trying to sell a fight, bro. Like, that's just what he's a promoter. This is what he does. And if you watch the documentary, he talks about all of that. Like, he wants to make money, and that's what he does, right? So if people want to say it was a WWE match, whatever, okay. But you still was watching.
Very WWE. It was this. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So the one thing I think that Jake Paul has going in his favor is something that I think that Floyd Mayweather had as well, where you had just as many people who were watching just to see him get knocked out. Everybody wants to see him get whipped, just like everybody wants to see Floyd get whipped. Right. I think that at the same time, you also think, y'all got the right one now. Now, even though it's a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, you think you got the right one because this is one that everybody knows. When he's on his, all right? And I think that the part that makes people mad is the fact that, especially now when you're watching this, you think of like, why is Tyson not really aggressive? He just ain't the same. Like, maybe you could actually, he had the knee brace and everything like that. That's cool. But I think the thing that got me the most is that when you see Tyson, and he's basically throwing like 19 punches for the whole fight, And basically for like after 4 rounds, he's just trying not to get knocked out. It's just like, all right, womp womp. You fell for the okie doke because you went to go ahead and see him try to get knocked out. The surprise, there's no knockout attempts. There's nothing that's basic. There's nothing within what's always coming out afterwards, right? The stipulations. There's stipulations that says he can't get knocked out. So now it's like, all right, well, just call it what it is. If it's just an exhibition match,
right.
then that's. But I think that people, listen, bro. I don't take nothing when it comes to Jake Paul serious. I don't think that. Listen, only because his brother is a great wrestler in WWE. And to be quite honest with you, I think that that's where Jake Paul belongs, in WWE. But with me thinking that, that's also knowing that he understands cutting a good promo. So when I saw Mike Tyson slap him, I knew that it was all wrestling. I knew that it was all WWE. So the fact that WWE is scripted, it's like, okay, well, this is the script. This part of the script, the stipulations are the script, though, bro. So I was blown away, though, man. I'll tell you this, though. Impressed that Mike Tyson was still in the shape, in condition. And when I say in shape, he looked tired. But at 58, I know people that aren't 48, 38, 28, that ain't in that kind of shape. So I think that that's where, for me, it's like, all right, you know what? I respect that as an old head that he was able to go ahead and get on out there. But at the same time, if you were under the premise that this is a fight, I think that some people were duped. And I just look at that and I just think that I don't know how, with that being said, though, right? They don't know how he makes you fall for the okie doke again. Right? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, if we just watch you have a fight with Tyson with all these stipulations in it, what incentive do I have to watch you fight again?
You're gonna watch it again. This is why.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Not you personally, because you're stubborn. I'm talking about everybody else is gonna watch because you still want the same result. You still want to see him get knocked out. So let me prime example. Who was the UFC dude that he fought? Was it Tyson? Ty Woodard, the black dude that got knocked out? That they said, oh, they were trying to say that was staged and set up. You know,
that was staged.
You making the point strong.
He called the punch. No, he called the punch. He called the punch. When he did it, he stood there and he did something like this. Then he took a step back and he punched. Yeah, it was staged. It was fixed.
But that's what I'm saying. So what?
It was scripted.
Okay, so then what about him losing to? What about him losing to Tyson Fury's brother?
He didn't get knocked out.
He didn't get knocked out, but he still took a loss on his record, though. That still affects his money.
No, but this is my thing, though. It's still there. I'm sure there were stipulations in that fight.
Right, but was it a part of the script for him to lose, though? Like, the point is to make, like, the whole thing, right, is for him to be undefeated, for you to continue to watch, because the mirage is removed if you are beatable, right?
No, but when you put like this, but boxing, you set it up for a Fury 2, right? So Jake Paul goes and beats him, and Jake Paul beats him in 2. Then you come back in 3, and then that's the rubber match. So yes,
we see that fight ain't happened, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's fought several people since then. Like, his whole team left him after that fight. Like, his whole team, like, when I say this team left him, when he lost, the next day he went to go back to go work, none of that whole team left, didn't show up. Them boys dipped out.
Time out. Is that what really happened, or was that part of the script? Because I'm gonna tell you this. That's a great script. That's a great storyline. That is a great storyline, bro. Oh, I lost, and everybody abandoned me. So I went ahead and had to start from scratch. Listen, bro, it's
I get it, but what I'm saying is you're helping exactly what my point is. Like, some people are going to continue to believe that this is a script, which is why people are still going to watch, because they're invested now. That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing. Jake Paul is not going to change anything. And people, the thing is, because here's the thing: you can say what you want about the fight. The biggest L of the night was Netflix not being able to allow people to see it. That was the biggest L.
I think that this is the thing. I'm not mad at like this. Knowing what the fight was, I can't even be that mad. Like I was mad that 60 million people were trying to see this boy get knocked out, and Netflix, the boys couldn't go. They I don't know what their turnover process is, where they couldn't get. But listen, I think at the end of the day, bro, it's like I wasn't that mad. Like probably by round 3, when I peeped game, I was just like, you know what, I'm cool. I ain't got.
But I'm saying a lot of people. This is what I mean. We were at work, right, and we were talking about the Tyson fight, which was a whole nother conversation as to like y'all understand that we're having this conversation because again, it's a Jake Paul Productions, right? But the thing was, what was the conversation was, oh yeah, I would kind of watch that fight. Well, you can. It's on Netflix. Oh, it's on Netflix. Oh, well, shoot, I'm gonna watch it then. Like that was the conversation people were having, to where it's like, I don't have to pay for it. All I got to do is log in and boom. Like that was a lot of the conversation.
I'm not gonna lie to you now, bro. Boxing, y'all need to step up, bro. Boxing really, listen, bro. Boxing, the one thing I can say is this. If you mean to tell me that Jake Paul, who's not, I still don't consider him a professional, right?
I know you don't.
But at the same time, if Jake Paul could get Mike Tyson, who hasn't boxed in 15 years, and that's still the headline for sports, more than the Dallas Cowboys did, because I saw what they did the other day, and they looked like themselves. But either way, boxing, for y'all to have all these boxing stars, bro, there's a lot of fights that don't happen. And so when I'm looking at that, if you mean to tell me that Jake Paul can make those happen, my thing is this, though, right? Then at that point, what's stopping Jake Paul from just saying, well, I'm a promoter also? So some of these fights that y'all want to happen on here, I can make them happen on my platform, though, right? I think that boxing really needs, to me, I think that boxing really needs to look itself in the mirror for them to basically allow Jake Paul to come out of nowhere and hijack the attention over, because I'm sure more people watch this than the last Canelo fight. I think that more people will probably watch this than the Crawford and Canelo fight upcoming. More people watch it more than Tank's fights. It's just like, bro, like stop playing, man.
And that's why he can have the cachet to say the stuff that he says of y'all need me. He can say that. But and it goes back to like the reason why boxing is never gonna be that popular anymore is because of the fact you had to turn around and had the UFC fight the next day, right? Where the boy John Jones kicked this man in the ribs and made him retire, son. Like it was brutal, bro. Like it was brutal from the first round, and he put him out in the second round. It was just like, this is why people want to see UFC, because people literally get hurt or get knocked out.
And you're incentivized to knock somebody out. That's the thing about it. You got a title for people that never mind you being the world champion. You're the baddest on the planet. That's the title, bro. And I just don't think that in boxing, I think part of boxing that's unfortunate is that everybody's afraid of the L and what the L would do to your legacy, right? It's like when Floyd would fight people, but not fight them at his time, right? Like he fought Canelo when Canelo was still very young, but then fought what's my boy from the Philippines, Pacquiao. So much later, right? And so it's like, but because he controlled that, he also controlled. I think I'm not going to catch this L. I feel like I know what I've been training for. And I think so many other people in boxing have tried to mimic that Floyd take to it, that I think it's to the detriment of the sport. There's so many fights that don't happen because nobody wants to take the L. Right. People try to make these stipulations that, if you do this, then you can do this, or do. And it's just like nobody wants to take the L. And not just that.
Go ahead, keep going. My bad.
Not just nobody wants to take the L, nobody wants to risk being being on so much the aggressor to where then you get counterpunched and then you take the L. So it's like it's weak to me all over though, bro.
Right, which is exactly why I'm not mad at this man for using his celebrity to make an event that we all tried to tune into. That's exactly my point. But you know, neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? The fight is over. Mike got his 20 mil. I'm happy for him. He ain't get knocked out. I'm happy about that. And Jake lives to fight another day. So everybody wins on that particular front. Now I did hear that both him and Mike are supposedly suspended. I don't know the details on that, so I don't even want to get into it because I haven't looked into it. So
that storyline ain't always written out.
Yeah. But anyway, what you got up for the rest of the week, bro?
You know what, man? For the rest of the week, I am collabing with the good folks at Red Light Mic Drop, so I can go ahead and drop another one. Listen, if you by chance watch that, be sure to look at and like and take a look at some of the videos from my other page, the Red Light Mic Drops. New series that I came up with. I had the idea, man, of trying to create just a different platform, though, man, for artists to be able to just put tester songs on out there, to be able to just put visuals to quick songs that they may have already had visuals or not tied to. So I got some good responses to it. I got a couple artists that reached out that I'm looking to do some filming with sometime over the next couple of weeks as well. I'm shooting my stuff myself coming on up today, matter of fact. And so I'm pretty excited. Love the direction that it's actually going, and the fact that I was able to tell you about the idea and it go full circle and be exactly what I saw is incredible, though, man. So just something else to add to the top, bro.
Well, congratulations to you again on that.
Yeah,
That's super, super dope. Yes, I have been privy to a lot of the videos before release, and so yeah, been loving it, and we've been, you know, comparing notes and doing this, that, and the other, and making adjustments. But yeah, solely your page and you doing your thing over there, just like how I got the Ace Media page with the sports media jumping off over there. So yeah, we are the Slash Brothers for a reason. And
Slash Brothers for a reason, though, man.
Slash Brothers for a reason. And we appreciate y'all for watching, for tuning in. Everybody that's going to watch on the playback, we are the Slash Brothers from ATL to OKC. We appreciate the love, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it,
time.
sucker?